What's going on, YouTube? This is your friendly neighborhood DraftKings addict, bringing my top picks for Wednesday's main NBA DFS slate. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and get the homework out the way, please. Like the video. Please drop your comment below. Any agreements or disagreements with the picks, holler at me in the comments. And then also, if you're new to the channel, welcome, and please subscribe so you don't miss a video. We're putting out this fire for the NBA season, so let's go ahead and get into today's picks. Today, I believe we have a 10-game slate. Yep, 10-game slate. So let's go ahead and break it down position by position. So I'm just going to go ahead and give you my favorite plays at each position, guys. So software I'm using is Draft Dashboard. There's a link in the description of the video for a 30-day trial for $1 if you're interested in giving it a try. So at point guard, guys, at the top, as you can see, we sorted by the dash rank is really what I normally do. Because this is going to give us the players in the best matchup for the most part. And then I kind of go and pick who I like based off the games that I like. And so, as you can see at the top, we got Toronto versus Sacramento with Kyle Lowry, who's been on fire. The guy has like a floor of like 40 and a ceiling of like 60. And so, for a guy that's 8.9K, he's definitely in a plus matchup versus the young Sacramento team. High pace. And it is a away game, but, you know, Sacramento's a scrappy team, man. So, Kyle Lowry could keep this game close. So he's definitely somebody that you could consider in your lineups. Zach LaVine versus New Orleans, 230 over and under for this game. I definitely like me some Zach LaVine. He put up 60 DraftKings points last game. No, I expect him to do that again. Nope. But can he give me 45? Probably. All right, but I like his chances versus New Orleans in this plus matchup, like I said, when it comes to the position. Derrick Rose is getting the starting position with Teague still out. And he's 5.6K and he gets a plus matchup versus the Lakers, man. So I like this Derrick Rose play because, again, he's 5.6K and he's putting up around 30 DraftKings points each time he plays because he's playing extended minutes with Teague being out. Alrighty, so next up, Patty Mills. Again, a lot of injuries on the San Antonio team when it comes to the guards and stuff. So Patty Mills is getting a lot of run. And he's taking advantage of it. Last two games, he scored 39 and 28, and he's still only 3.9K. So, again, I like him in this matchup versus Miami at home. All right, as you can see by his dash rank and the defensive rankings here, it's a plus matchup for Patty Mills, so we definitely like him. Schroeder is almost a lock, especially in the cash games, right? With Russell Westbrook ruled out, this guy's going to be getting the start. And he has a plus matchup versus the Cleveland team. So 6.9K. He should get 34 minutes or more because, again, he should get a lot of run with Westbrook being on the sideline with that whole ankle injury. Whew, messed up my whole slate for me, man. I had like 83% exposure to Westbrook. So most of my lineups died when Westbrook rolled his ankle. RIP to my lineups. All right, guys. Drew Holiday is in a plus matchup. Again, the Chicago game should be higher scoring and should be a back and forth game between these two teams, man. 230 points overall. Drew Holiday is somebody we could consider 8.6K. Personally, if I'm going to pay 8.6K for him, I could definitely get LaVine or either Lowry, who are going to probably put up similar points, but with probably better upside, to be honest. But, hey, next up, let's go down a little bit lower. I like this guy here, Antonio Blackney. Again, played 20 minutes last game. He's 3.7K in his New Orleans game. If it does get out of hand and blow out, this guy should get some extra run. Backup point guard. A couple injuries on his team with around the point guard position. He definitely could get some run there. All right, Oladipo, the man with the plan. He got another game at home. Just went up against my Houston Rockets. Only put up 39 DraftKings points. Now he gets a matchup versus Philly. So I'm not quite sure how you guys feel about that. Let me know in the comments if you like Victor Oladipo on this slate. But a 10-game slate, I just may go somewhere else, especially with some of the value that we have at guard. Next up, let's go down. We got to find, Trae Young. Don't know if I'm going to play him versus the New York team, but that's definitely somebody that you could consider. Brandon Ingram, 5.7K versus Minnesota. That looked like he a little bit too cheap, playing 30 plus minutes, but he's actually hadn't been playing too well lately. So Randy, so that's about the suspension. Come on, man. That's all. Reggie Jackson, if he plays versus Orlando, he's supposed to be back, I believe. He was out last game. Reggie Jackson is back. I like him at 5.6K. He has a positive history versus Orlando. And again, this is a pace-up matchup, 212 over and under. Not too bad. Definitely like me some Reggie Jackson. De'Aaron Fox gets a tough matchup versus this Toronto team. All right, this young cat been playing real good this year, man. But on this slate, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get to him playing up against Toronto, man. Just not a game that I feel like I want to attack. So next up, I think we have a value guard, right? Okay, he's under the shooting guard. All right, so that's all of my point guards, guys. Shooting guard is next. So let's break that down. So again, we sorted by the dash rank. And you got Zach LaVine at the top. We already talked about Rose, Schroeder, Holiday. Again, a lot of these are going to be the same players, guys. This Damian Dotson kid, I like him versus ATL. ATL is a team that we like to attack, especially at the guard position. 5.3K, playing 30-plus minutes the last few games. Should be able to get us 25 to 35 DraftKings points against this ATL team. So I definitely like Dotson. I like Justin Holiday. Again, this Chicago-New Orleans game is one of my favorite games on the slate. All right, should be high scoring. And Holiday, high minutes guy. He's played 35, 33, and 46 minutes in the last 3 games. And he has a floor of around 24 DraftKings points. So if he can get a couple extra shots or a couple of extra rebounds, that could mean he's in the 30s and he's a good value at 4.7K. So I like Justin Holiday. Alex Abrines is a play on Russell Westbrook being out. This guy's 3.5K. He played 30 minutes last game. Again, 3.5K. He should get some extra shots up now with Westbrook being out. But I do like him as a value play, so he's somebody that I'm definitely going to have in my player pool. Also down below, Marco Bellinelli. A lot of injuries at the forward position for San Antonio. I believe Rudy Gay and somebody else was ruled out already. Yeah, Rudy Gay. And who was it, man? Alrighty, guys. But anyway, 2 of their forwards are ruled out. So definitely going to bode well for Bellinelli. Should get extra minutes in a matchup versus Miami. Paced up game. Should be nice. But I like him as a value player, 4.2K. Who else we got down here? All the way at the bottom, we already talked about Reggie Jackson. This guy here, Kevin Huerter. However you say his damn name. Long story short, if we have Tayshaun Prince ruled out, this guy could get some extra run. And, you know, if we go ahead and look at his game log, as you can see on here, against Charlotte, he put up 25 DraftKings points, and versus Miami, he put up 20, played around 29-plus minutes. Like that matchup. Again, he's only 3.4K. So if Prince is out, I'm definitely going to run this cat. 3.4K. Real good value there, guys. So let's go ahead and go into our small forward position. So at small forward, man, got a lot of options, to be honest, man. You know, but at the top, you know, we got King James on the slate today. All right, you got Nikola Mirotic going up against the Chicago team. And a little bit of a revenge narrative, right? Isn't this the team that he used to play for? All right. When Portis punched him in the face and broke his face. Who remembers that? Drop it in the in the comments, guys. Hashtag broke face. All right, man. Justin Winslow, 5.6K. If he gets a start, I personally don't like attacking San Antonio, but this guy's too cheap, especially with the injuries that they have at the forward position. I do like some Winslow if he's starting because he's cheap. 5.6K, playing 30-plus minutes. I like that. All right, Jimmy Butler, probably going to be sitting. The little princess, prima donna, probably going to be out for rest. So if he's out, we definitely like some Derrick Rose, okay? Next up, Jeremy Grant. I pretty much like almost all of OKC versus Cleveland, guys. Let's just go ahead and be honest. I'm probably going to have like a game stack with a lot of those players from that game. All right. But Jeremy Grant should get some uptick in usage and minutes and scoring with Westbrook being out. Paul George, of course, now becomes the number 1 guy in OKC. 9K could put up 65 DraftKings points versus this Cleveland team. A couple of blocks, steals, 3 balls, assists, rebounds. You name it, he probably gonna do it. So Ben Britt's another guy that you could consider with Tayshaun Prince possibly being out. I'm not quite sure I'm gonna go there at 4.6K. He's playing around 20 minutes, getting 20 points. But he's definitely somebody that you could consider. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and throw him in my player pool. So that way when we optimize lineups, he will be available. Like I say, LeBron James versus Minnesota has always been a plus matchup for him, man. This should be a good game. Yeah, enough said. It's King James, man. 11K. Thad Young, I like him for a mid/value pay at 4.9K versus Philly. All right, should be able to get a couple of rebounds and some points and maybe a couple of blocks. All right, I like him versus this Philly team. As you can see, he's plus $1,000 over on FanDuel, which kind of gives you a hint that he's probably a good value on DK. All right, we already talked about Bellinelli. I think that's all my forwards. Oh, we got one more down here. Aaron Gordon. All right, so if you played him last week, you're happy. He put up a nice amount of points for you there. And again, he has a good matchup versus Detroit, where he has done well in the past. Should be a good day for Aaron Gordon, but he's somebody that I'm gonna have a little bit of exposure to. Maybe not a whole lot, but definitely gonna have some kind of exposure to him. He still seems too cheap at 7K, man. I think he was 6'6" last slate. Next up is gonna be our power forward position. Of course, we got Anthony Davis at the top of the list. If he's suiting up, which he's expected to suit up, we definitely want some Anthony Davis. You know, I don't need to say that. The guy has 100-point upside, so I definitely like him. And he's at home, I believe, right? Let's see. Anthony Davis is right there. Yep, at home versus Chicago. Trash team. Let's go, AD. Alrighty, so we already talked about Mirotic Sycam. All right, I like him at 5K versus the Sacramento team. Plus matchup for bigs when it comes to rebounding and scoring. And this guy's playing 30-plus minutes, so I do like Sycam to give me about 35, 36 DraftKings points, which is good for 5.2K. Julius Randle came off the bench last game and exploded for 44 DraftKings points in 28 minutes. Again, Chicago plus matchup for bigs. This guy's come off the bench and should be able to produce against the shorthanded Chicago team. So I like some Julius Randle at 6.5K. Blake Griffin, he's playing against Orlando. Could be a good game for him, but he's 9.9K. Do I really want to pay up that much when I can get Mirotic to give me around 50 points? I don't know. Or Randall give me around 45 DraftKings points. I don't know. But Taj Gibson, man, I do like him. One of the listeners, one of the listeners hit me up on Twitter and told me about Taj Gibson, and I played him last game and he put up 34 DraftKings points. So he's in another plus matchup going up against his LA team. Going to be a scrappy game. And I like Taj Gibson to get his 30 minutes and get a couple of rebounds and some putbacks and stuff like that. But for 4.5K, he's a good value. We already talked about Winslow, Ibaka. All right, he put up 55 and then came back down to earth and put up 24. But now he gets a plus matchup versus Sacramento. Again, a good matchup for bigs. And he plays power forward / center. I like Ibaka for 5.3K. All right, he only played 13 minutes last game and put up 24 points, man. So if he gets a full load of work versus Sacramento, he should be able to exceed value big time. Kuzma. Plus matchup again. I like this LA versus Minnesota game, right? Go figure. But I do like Kyle Kuzma to come in, 30 points a game, 30 minutes per game. Pretty good ratio there, so I like him to make value at 5.9K in this plus matchup, paced up game versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. All right, no Aldridge for me. Don't really like that Miami San Antonio game. That could change. But right now, not really one of my favorite games. We already talked about that. Young AD, like I said, is a must. If you can pay up for him, we got some good value on the slate. Definitely want to get at least one AD lineup. At least I will have a couple. So, who else we got down here? We got Noah Vonleh. He's starting power forward for New York. Put up 30 DraftKings points last game. 5.2K. I know Knox is back. So that may be some concern for me with this play, but Vonleh is starting and could put up a good amount of points. As you can see, almost dead last in both position and team defense when it comes to ATL. So I like his chances of making value. Going down, we already talked about Aaron Gordon. So that's pretty much all of our forwards. So let's go last but not least to the center position. So Anthony Davis, we already talked about. Blake Griffin, again, I normally run around 20 lineups. I may have 2 or 3 with Blake, if that. All right, JaVale McGee. Do we really want to go back there, man? He played 17 minutes last game, 6.6K in a plus matchup versus Minnesota. Whew. Yeah, I'm adding him to my player pool, man. That game is gonna be live, so I like that one. So J-Val, 5K, gets a matchup versus Sacramento. His minutes are inconsistent, 24, 17, 21. But J-Val, somebody we could consider, especially for like GPPs. This guy can come in, play 27 minutes, and put up 45 DraftKings points at 5K. That could be a good hit for you if he goes there. But again, J-Val's not somebody that I would consider to be consistent, 25, 30, 36. But, he could easily come in and play 10 minutes and put up nothing if he get ran out when it comes to the Sacramento team. They're young. Wendell Carter Jr., like I say, until this guy is over 7K, I'm going to continue to play him because he has a safe floor of about 30 DraftKings points with some upside. So I like Wendell Carter in this plus matchup. As you can see, the dash rate is 93%, or 93, I should say. All right, team defense is a 25 when it comes to New Orleans, and they give up the points. So I do like me some Wendell Carter in this matchup versus AD now. All righty, we already talked about that. Vucevic, he just seemed too expensive, man. 8.4K. He don't do enough for me, man. But Steven Adams, like I said, I love this whole Oklahoma City team, man. But Steven Adams has put up some monster games versus Cleveland, guys. Just check his track record, man. He's put up some monster games versus Cleveland. And at 6.4K, you want to get you some of that. Karl Anthony Towns, if Jimmy Butler sits, just play this guy. Okay? Because he's going to get a lot of usage, a lot of shots. Just play the guy if Butler sits. Because, again, Cat is the biggest benefactor of the guy sitting. So let's get it, man. Let's get it. We already talked about Anthony Davis. Noah Vonleh, we already talked about. So that pretty much looks like it's going to be it, guys. So, alrighty, guys. So good luck on tomorrow's massive 10-game slate. Please practice proper bankroll management. Don't spend all your money on one slate. There's a lot of NBA basketball and a lot of opportunities to cash out. Okay, guys. So thank you so much for watching my video. Please like. Please drop any comments you feel like you need to share. And then, again, if you're new to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe so that way you can know when I post videos. So thank you so much, and I'll holler at you guys tomorrow.